Warning, this is completely unscripted.
Yes, we are just going to have a conversation about what you have just seen, whatever that was.
Well, I think a main point of this was that deception equals death, like haste.
Indeed. So, yes, if you tuned into our previous episode, Romeo and Juliet, you will have noticed that lots of people die. This Hamlet is no exception to this rule. And in this case, instead of haste, it was deception.
Polonius was a James Bond wannabe. His idea for everything was to spy. He dies while spying behind a curtain. He kind of deserved it, really.
Mm-hmm. He really did. So, and of course, you know, the king just goes along with it. He's like, hey, spying!
I like spying.
I love spying. It's like my favorite thing ever. So, he did some of that too, and well, he eventually died for, you know, doing all those bad things that he did earlier.
And don't forget about his whole evil plot where he's all like, okay, let's come up with 3 ways to kill him and so no one will ever find out what we did.
Exactly, and his mom will still love me. Yes!
And that didn't work too well, because it killed Hamlet's mom.
And then, conversely, on the other side, even Hamlet used deception. He ended up dying because he's like, I will put on a play, which is not real, I will use illusion to seek out the truth. That sounds kind of deep, you know, so. And he spent a lot of time, you know, skulking around corners. So is Claudius doing something bad yet? No,
not yet. Let's spy. Let's look some more.
And so yes, he did too, and even now this I don't entirely get, but even Fortinbras he pretended to invade Poland, but his uncle caught him and said, "Don't do that," and so Fortinbras is, you know.
But at least he knew what he wanted to do.
Yes.
I'm going to take over Denmark because they killed my father.
And he did do it. He did do it honorably. I mean, how honorable is going to fight over a crappy piece of land in a completely different country? And, well, then he kind of came back and invaded Denmark anyway, but he still became the king of Denmark because, you know, apparently...
He was a little more honest than everyone else.
Exactly. Everybody else just...
Except Horatio.
They didn't do right. Yes, Horatio is the winner. Horatio and Fortinbras, they were alive, and...
That's better than everyone else.
Yes, one of them wasn't completely depressed, so... win-win.
Also, another major theme, indecision.
Indecision. Which I'm very indecisive about what to say next, so...
Yeah. It's kind of like this. Hamlet's indecision is really what killed him, not his deception.
Exactly, because if he had just... Again, like... Well, it's the opposite of Romeo and Juliet, because Romeo was like, people, I hate everything, and life is so stupid, and I'm just gonna kill myself because Juliet's dead. Well, again, if he'd waited 5 more minutes, they would be okay. Wouldn't be a very stable, great, magical relationship, but it would be okay. And then Hamlet took his sweet time thinking, you know, I think Claudius is guilty. He has all the signs of a classic villain, but, you know what, I'm just gonna wait. You know what, I have a plan to figure out whether he's telling the truth or not, you know? Okay, that works, but I'm still not gonna kill him, and, I'm going to England suddenly, and, you know what, maybe I should just kill him before no, never mind.
No, let's do it later.
Later.
And, you know, if he killed him earlier, things would have worked out much better.
Finally, everybody's dead, everybody's dying, Hamlet's dying. You know what, this would be a good time. And hopefully, you know, no psycho will come and take over Denmark while we're all lying down on the floor here.
Wait a minute, that sounds like it happened.
Yeah, pretty much. And then, another thing I wanted to say that I thought of earlier, just mentioning Ophelia. The reason she went crazy is because Polonius took over her brain, like a scary alien robot-y thing.
Good way to say it.
Yeah, he took over her brain and said, you know what, I'll do all of your thinking for you, it's totally fine, just sit back, relax, and enjoy the show of your life as I control it. And so then, of course, he dies, and she has nobody to control her thoughts anymore, and she's like, well, now what do I do? I don't know, I'm just gonna sit here and sing songs and hand out flowers.
And then she kills herself because she can't think of her own unique thought, except for maybe killing herself was her only unique thought she had. Whoa.
If she consciously came up with that at all, but you know.
She might not have.
Indecisive.
More indecision.
No! And, another thing I wanted to talk about is, we kind of had this discussion in class, but Hamlet is not an emo kid.
No.
And I've known that, well, in our last episode we said, heard Hamlet is the original emo kid, and a lot of people have compared him to one on the internet, but I honestly don't think he is, because again, he's kind of the opposite of an emo kid in that he had something to be sad about, and he did mope about it for a while, but he didn't just... This was something real.
Yeah. It wasn't like, oh my god, my girlfriend broke up with me.
No, I mean, seriously, did you see him? He's like, I hate you! You're breaking up with me? I hate you! I knew this was going to happen. You know what? I'm just going to go and sit and be more indecisive.
And come on, really? How upset would you be if your mom married your uncle?
I know.
Really?
I mean, it's a perfectly logical reason. And back to Ophelia for a second. I mean, she has a head like a flower pot. Sometimes you put pretty things in it and it doesn't really do much, but it sustains life, and that's about it.
What?
So I wouldn't be that depressed if, she broke up with me if I were Hamlet, but if I were Romeo, I'd be, oh my god, why? Mom! She broke up with me, I don't know what to do. I think I'm gonna kill myself. Oh, look, there's a pretty girl. Oh, yes. So, yes.
Hamlet doesn't do that whole,
no.
Oh, look, it's another pretty girl. Let's move on.
No, he's very bad at the moving on part, but again, he's got a good excuse. And
a better excuse than Romeo.
So, therefore, Hamlet is not an emo kid. He is a very, not apathetic. He's not apathetic, he just is, and he's not unmotivated per se. He just doesn't do anything. Or he just takes a really long time to do things, and he thinks that he overthinks things too much. Hamlet on a multiple choice exam. Okay, I think it's A. No, it's C.
No, it's E! Wait, E.
There isn't even an E on this question! Oh no!
How am I ever gonna make up my mind?
And then he runs out of the classroom screaming, Claudius killed my father and I don't know what to do! That didn't have anything to do with anything.
You're really good, Torun.
So, yeah, we just totally ad-libbed this thing.
How'd it go? Tell us.
Yeah, please, feedback. I love feedback because, you know what, most classes, they sit and stare at my movies in silence like this. What is she trying to say? Oh, yes, you should see me when people watch my movies. I'm sitting in the corner, like, completely red, just like, look at me now, look.
I'll probably be doing that, too.
I'll wave at you. Here
It'll be fun.
we go. Hi, me from the future. Anyway, I think that is it, unless you can think of anything last minute.
You've got a Canada flag in your window.
Yes, I do. Actually, it's very nice. And,
okay, that was really off topic.
Okay, Hamlet. Yes, Hamlet. There were a lot of things that we kind of left out and left unsaid, but these were our focal points for this project, and this is Hamlet the Abridged series. Well,
Hamlet?
Not series, but...
Or not Hamlet.
Hamlet or not Hamlet.
We can't make up our
Abridged,
mind.
exactly. And, but hopefully we'll be having a full version eventually in the future if we ever get around to doing that on YouTube. And also look out for MacBeath, or MacDeath, I think we've decided to call it. And I was going to do that last year, but I didn't get a chance, so I'll be doing it in the future sometime eventually.
Can I help?
Yes, you can. We shall recruit a whole master cast of voice actors, so if you want to, drop by my house in the middle of the woods somewhere, you can come and help out.
Fun.
And,
this has been Yandere Productions
and Seishun wait, you're Yandere Corporation, I'm Seishun Productions, and every time somebody asks me, what does that mean? It means youth, because you've got to enjoy it while it lasts. You can't just squander it like Hamlet does. I mean, look how much he squandered it. He's dead. But anyway,
what did he do with his life, really?
Yes, we've had a lot of fun doing Shakespeare's probably most famous production, and we will end this with an existential metaphorical type question: to be or not to be?
That is a question.
It is a question that we will leave unanswered. Anyway, have a good day. Goodbye, and thank you.
Как узор на окне, снова прошлое рядом. Кто-то пел песню мне, зимний вечер когда-то. Словно в прошлом ожило чьих-то бережных рук.